Yo, what's going on there, YouTube? It's your boy, Marcus Levy, the Angry Ranter, here for vlog number 142 in the Angry Ranter Vlog Series. It is officially the last day in the 1819 year. How about that? Because now here we are, August 31st, 2019. Just trying to make sure it's recording. Sun's blaring down on me this way. Screen has no brightness on it. And of course, if I go to try to change the brightness on it, it'll end the video. But but I wanna do a reflection exercise with you guys right now. I haven't had the Angry Ranter vlogs obviously going since, September. It's only been going since April, which is about we're almost at 5 months of doing this, which I still think is fantastic. I've been doing the Angry Ranter show since February. We're almost at 7 months of that, and so I think that's awesome. But I want you guys to reflect for a moment on where your life was August 31st, 2018, and think of any and all of the good or the bad that came in this last 365 days. And I also want to maybe teach a bit of a strategy that I use anytime I feel time slipping away from me. Because, when you always talk to people and you're like, man, tomorrow's going to be September. They're like, oh, where'd the time go and all this and that, But the time never went quickly. You just didn't focus on enough things. Let me give you guys just a quick strat, the day before we go into 1920, and maybe you can try that for yourself. So, here are a few little pieces on how to change your perception of how quickly time is going away. First things first is if you work a job where you work overnights, watch the clock strike midnight. Or if you're still awake at midnight, watch the clock strike midnight. If not, and do this even if you did watch the clock strike midnight, first thing in the morning when you get up, just tell yourself what day it is. It's August 31st, 2019. Even though we are roughly 9 a.m. We're not quite at 9 a.m. yet. We're at about 8:50. But, I know that there is still about 15 hours left in 1819. And that pieces of 2018 have, touched this year. But within the next 15 hours, we'll have progressed onto something new. And with that, of course, we'll bring a whole series of new adventures. But that's the first piece that you want to do. The second one is you want to check the time every once in a while. Don't be constantly checking the time, but you want to always generally be aware of what time of day it is. That really helps slow everything down. And the last one is I break the year up into 3 separate eras that are also a year in length in and of themselves. But between the times when each of them occurs, it's about 4 months apart. So the first one is the Gregorian year. It's 2019 right now. So you're talking your standard Jan 1 to December 31. Then you've got the school year, which everyone knows. That's why I referenced that we are in the last day of 1819 and we're about to start 1920. 2019, 2020 starts tomorrow because it's September 1st. And of course, Carlton, right? Gonna be going off to uni. But I think that's an important calendar for everyone to also keep track of. But the last one The last one for each one of us is our birthdays. You know, the year of your own personal history. Now, this happens to work a lot better for me because my birthday being April 27th, it works a hell of a lot better for me to use May 1st, considering that's literally 3 days after my birthday. And that breaks everything up into an even 4, 4, and 4. But the three eras, in a way, separate history. Let me give you an example. Something occurs, something happens in 2019, but did it happen in 2019 when I was 22 or when I was 23? You know, before or after April 27th? Because depending on when that happened, it could be separated by 1, even 2 eras. Because there will be stuff that happens in this current year that happened before you are the age you are now. And if your birthday hasn't happened yet, there will be things that will happen. Even if you were born on December 31st or Jan 1, you know, there's tons of shit in these eras that happens before your birthday. 1819, for example, because my birthday happens closer to the end of 18, like closer, like it's almost right in the middle of the 1819 portion, because there's 4 months and then 4 months and then another 4 months, so I'm pretty well right in the middle. I'm not March though, because like March would be kind of the middle. March 1st is the exact middle, but I am closer to the end middle. So, you know, there was some 22-year-old stuff that happened between basically April of 2018 and April of 2019. And the more you break these things up into these different eras, the more it can seem to, like, even yesterday feels like an eternity. And that's kind of what you want, because even if we're talking about a good thing happening, it can feel like it's immediately nostalgic, which I think is a fantastic feeling to have. But the second and more important and more protective piece is that by separating time into these little eras and recognizing each day as it passes and never losing that grip on that standard of how to process time, is whenever a bad event happens, even a couple weeks can put you in a different mindset. You could be no longer upset over something pretty major in a manner of a couple of months. Whereas for some people, that shit takes years to get over based on just a standard perception of time. To me, I believe, if I remember correctly, the last major thing that happened to me happened 6 months ago, and I haven't been upset about it for about 3 months now. And you can just ask my friends. Shannon, Andrew, Dowda, they're 100% aware of what all is going on and how I'm not upset over it anymore. And if you use this strategy that I have, especially going into 2019, 2020 like we are tomorrow, I think it'll help. Just the Angry Rancher passing on a little PSA for you. But guys, thanks for watching. Check out all the social media down below, and I'll see you tomorrow in 2019-2020 for vlog 143. Peace.